Hello and welcome to today's video on typical speaking mistakes. Please note that the mistakes that we will be looking at in this video are not only made by non-native English speakers. Even native speakers of English make these mistakes. In this video, I will highlight the common mistakes and provide helpful examples and corrections to improve your spoken English. So, let's get into it and improve your communication skills. Number 1. I agree with you. The correct way to say this is I agree with you. Agree is an active verb in the present simple tense. It shows what the subject is doing. In this case, the subject is agreeing. Number 2. The people was very friendly. The correct way to say this is the people were very friendly. People is a plural noun and it is used with were. We use was when we are talking about one person. In this case, we are talking about more than one person, so we're using were. Number 3. It would depend of how I feel tonight. The correct way to say this is it will depend on how I feel tonight. Depend on is a phrasal verb. We always use depend on, not depend off. Number 4. She said me that she is sick. The correct way to say this is she told me that she's sick. Told is used to talk about what someone said, and it is always followed by an object. In this example, me is the object. Number 5. I take dinner with my friends every Friday. The correct way to say this is I have dinner with my friends every Friday. We use have or had when speaking about food or drinks. If you're finding this video helpful, please hit the like button and the subscribe button below. Alright, so now let's move on to number 6. This shop is very bigger. The correct way to say this is this shop is very big. Bigger is a comparative adjective. It is used when comparing two or more things. In this case, we are talking about one shop. So we use the word big, not bigger. Number 7. I didn't eat nothing this morning. The right way to say this is I didn't eat anything this morning. Didn't, nothing is a double negative. Double negatives should not be used in the same sentence. Number 8. I go always to work late. The right way to say this is I always go to work late. The adverb always must come before the main verb, which is go in this sentence. Number 9. I am no angry. The correct way to say this is I am not angry. We use not to make an adjective negative. Number 10. I am in Spain for learn Spanish. The correct way of saying this is I am in Spain to learn Spanish. We use to express a purpose or a reason for doing something. Can you spot any of the mistakes that you make in any of the examples that I've covered so far? If so, let me know in the comment section. Alright, so now let's move on to number 11. Can you borrow me $20? The correct way to say this is, can you lend me $20? Borrow means to take from someone and lend means to give someone something. And you must also note that this is also a very common mistake amongst native English speakers, just like it is for non-native English speakers. Number 12. I should to study for my exam. The correct way to say this is, I should study for my exam. The word should is a modal verb and it must not be followed by the word to. Number 13. Me and him are going to the shop. The right way to say this is, he and I are going to the shop. So, we always put I second and put the other person first. So, you put the preposition referring to the other person first, and then you put I right next to it. Number 14. They always do the same mistakes. The right way to say this is, they always make the same mistakes. The word mistake is always used with the verb make and not the verb do. Number 15. I should ask to my parents. The right way to say this is, I should ask my parents. After using the word ask, you do not add the word to. Number 16. I'll see you in Monday. The right way to say this is, I'll see you on Monday. We always use on when speaking about days of the week. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you found the examples and corrections helpful in improving your spoken English. Remember, learning a new language takes time and practice, so don't be discouraged by mistakes. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and you'll see progress. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might find it beneficial. If you have any questions or suggestions for future topics, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you again in the next video. Happy learning!